So what is USB and what are the types of USB? Well, based on the physical design of plug and play ports, there are three types of USB cables. That is USB Type A, USB Type B and the latest USB Type C. Again, based on the functionality of USB connectors, there are few different standards which we explained in our previous video. That is USB standard 2, USB standard 3 and the latest USB standard 4. It has become almost impossible to imagine the modern landscape without electronic devices, that is smartphone, tablets, music players and even laptops. And chances are, if you have an electronic device, you are using a USB cable or a port. Besides USB standards and their corresponding speeds and power delivery, which was explained in the previous video, there are various other types of USB depending on the type of plug and the connector and the port itself. Different versions of USB cables like USB version 3 and USB version 4 are concerned with the functionality and the speed of the USB cable, whereas the type of USB cable like USB Type A, USB Type B and USB Type C are essentially referred to the physical design of the plug and the port. For trying to understand the difference between USB Type A and USB Type B, let's first explain the definition of a host, a receptor and a port. Slot where one end of the USB cable is attached to the computer at the back and the front of the CPU cabinet is called the port. The electronic device that you wish to charge or transfer, for example your smartphone and tablet, is known as the receptor. Coming back to USB types, let's start with USB Type A. The most popular type of USB standard is Type A, which you can see at one end. The end goes inside the slot of the host of almost every USB cable nowadays. You are most likely to find Type A ports in host devices like computers and laptops. Even your peripheral devices like your USB keyboard and mouse use Type A connectors. These are broader connectors and usually are used in bigger devices like laptops and computers. Moving on to Type B. Type B connectors are at the other end of the typical USB cable that plugs into the peripheral device, for example your smartphone. USB Type B are usually shorter as compared to USB Type A and are usually used in smaller devices like smartphones and tablets, and they are usually used to transfer data as well as to charge the device. Moving on to USB Type C, which is referred to as Type C hereafter, made the headlines of the tech periodically around the world when the latest variant of Apple's 12-inch MacBook was launched. It is just like USB Type B, which is used to connect the peripheral devices like smartphones and computer. USB standard 4 is only supported with USB Type C that provides a speed of 40 gigabits per second, whereas USB 3.1 standard that is also supported with Type C provides a speed of 10 gigabits per second. Talking about the power output, USB 3.1 standard Type C gives a maximum output of 100 watts at 20 volt at 5 ampere. It should be noted that regular laptops usually have a power consumption in the range of 40 to 70 watts. This means USB Type-C can easily cover the power requirements of almost any laptop. Besides the traditional Type A, Type B and Type-C connectors, we also have something similar, that is USB Mini B connectors. Now these connectors are used on USB peripheral devices with a smaller form factor. The Mini B plug by default has 5 pins and includes an extra pin for OTG support, which allows mobile devices and other peripheral devices to act as the host. We also have micro USB B connector, which is essentially a scaled down version of Mini USB B, which allows mobile devices to get slimmer while still maintaining the ability to connect and host data. On October 22, 2009, the International Telecommunication Union (ITU) announced to include micro USB interface in the universal charging solution that made it a universal charger for most Android devices, which was later replaced by USB Type-C. Well, that's all for USB types, and in case if you are interested in tech, then I think you should subscribe to our YouTube channel to get regular videos. For now, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.